Welcome to Content Chaos with George and Call, a weekly podcast diving straight into meaningful conversations about navigating modern life. Using their weekly review framework, they explore personal growth, professional insights, and cultural observations. No fluff, just authentic dialogue that transforms chaos into clarity.
All right, here we are.
Welcome back. I'm in my happy place.
Yes, you are. Episode 39.
39. I'm feeling fine. This is a first.
Yeah.
I'm outside. This is, people have often asked what our setup is. Like, the fact is, where are we when we usually record these? And usually you're in your office and I'm in my office, different parts of the home. And today I'm in my happy place, which is our backyard. So.
Yeah.
And I can't see you. That's the other thing is right now I'm talking into a screen, but I can't see you. I can hear you. So we're just gonna go despite the technical difficulties.
All right. You're fine on this end.
All right, cool. All right. So, okay, so let's kick it off as we usually do, asking what went well over the past week.
I think, well, the big thing, we have a full house again. So the college students came home, everybody's here. You know, there's always an adjustment with that.
Yeah.
But it's a good one. Everybody, you know, it feels good to have everybody home and, you know, just catching up and, you know, it's a good feeling. Other than that, I think it's, you know, for me, it's just chugging along with work and nothing extraordinary on any other fronts. That was a lot, getting someone home from Spain and Rutgers and all that. So how about your side?
Oh, I concur with the all counties accounted for, the good feeling of having everybody home, and just kind of with this weekend we took the deck furniture out of the shed and, you know, just luxuriating in the backyard. It has been absolutely gorgeous, and sitting outside enjoying the birds and watching the birds. Like, I feel like our backyard is a bird sanctuary. Yes, I do kind of encourage that by feeding them so much, but man, it's so great. It's really great. And yeah, so the bird sanctuary, enjoying summer. I know that the weather for the Memorial Day weekend is not supposed to be great, but that's fine. Maybe we'll go see the Michael movie. Other things that are good that I wanted to just briefly highlight. We loved the film Outcome on Apple TV. That was starring Keanu Reeves, written by Jonah Hill. I was delighted because there was a cameo from Kyle Miller, my yoga teacher from a long time ago. And that was surprising to be watching and all of a sudden be like, there's Kyle. But it was so good. It was kind of describe the moment of all the stuff that's happened to media and entertainment in just such a deep way that was also accessible and hilarious and just really well done. And, you know, when I think about, like, you know, Jason Segel, his show on Apple TV, and this Jonah Hill film, and Ben Stiller, like, there's great work being done. I know there's like a hellscape, and entertainment as we knew it is in kind of a systemic collapse, but there's still so many great things being made. Charlie is just joined me outside on the deck. And last two little last things. One, Jenny Yang TV. So Jenny Yang is a comic who I recently have kind of kept stumbling upon her podcast on different, I think, threads and Substack, and I just really enjoy. She gets really creative people. Actually, the show Platonic, one of the guys who was on Platonic was on her pod recently. Of course, I don't know everybody's names, but she's just a very creative person. I really enjoy her podcast. Is called What Should We Talk About? And then lastly, also a Substack thing that I enjoy. It's called Footnotes and Tangents, and it's a slow read. My friends and I from college are reading the Hilary Mantel trilogy right now with this group, and I'm just really enjoying the book. It is so good. I actually have it right here. On Bring Up the Bodies, and it's very, very relevant to the present moment. So that was very long-winded. Sorry about that.
Not a problem.
Sorry. Okay, shifting gears. So what could have been better? What could have been better?
Well, along with the continuing hellscape out there in the world, there were a couple of particular things. There were two. What I would call out this week would be tone deaf commencement speeches. Everybody's probably seen these, but the at the University of Central Florida, a real estate developer gave a speech praising AI, and then at I think it was Eric Schmidt at one of the Arizona schools, also gave a commencement address, and it was also praising AI, and both were met with just a wall of boos, really tone deaf. Even the Orlando Sentinel, which, Central Florida, the headline was UCF graduates boo tone deaf speaker who praised AI as next industrial revolution. I mean, it was there wasn't any other way to look at this. It was just the at this time, with everything happening in the world, especially the prospects for new graduates and the impact that AI is having on everything they've just experienced through education as they enter the workforce. It was just the wrong message, and just folks that are out of touch. So that could have been better. But at the same time, Harrison Ford gave a commencement speech, and it's been shared. It was a glowing example. I think he was at ASU, and I think Schmidt was at U of A. And so he didn't talk about technology at all. He talked about, this being your time, and to look out for the earth, and look out for the indigenous people, look out, take the world that he feels his generation has, just ruined for you. And the time is now to you have more power than you realize you do, and to stand up and change things. And so that was a better received commencement speech. So
Yeah. The power and the glory of Han Solo. I loved
right.
it. It was so good. It was so good. And I mean, these kids are not dumb, you know? I mean, you take people and you put them in a situation where they have they have nothing to lose. So they're going to fight this nonsense. All the, AI pollution infrastructure and all of that stuff.
Yeah. So what about your side? What do you think could have gone better?
I'm trying. I'm not trying. I'm doing. I'm working on my screen addiction. I'm working on my extremely online tendencies. Not good for your health. Not good for the world. Take my own medicine. All the things. So I decided I was going to have a digital detox on Saturday, and I made with fanfare. Told people I won't be on my phone today. Immediately, got drawn in and was on my phone and didn't do what I said I was going to do. So look, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on, being thoughtful about my technology use. And it's about, being able to live with the stuff. And when you get, when you're forbidding things, that's not effective. You have to learn how to live with something without repressing it. Note to self. And yeah, that's enough. I'm working on my digital addictions.
Yeah. It's interesting where you ended it. Our youngest and her friends are on a bit of suddenly going on an exercise and, healthy eating kick. And, I was packing her lunch, and she was just going all healthy, which is fabulous. And I told her, I said, don't deprive yourself of things for too long, because then you're going to binge. And
That's
just,
it.
it's okay to have moderation. It's okay to have the things that you enjoy, as long as you don't have too much of it. And
Yeah.
so it's kind of that, it's a similar sentiment. It reminds me.
Yeah. I feel like the people that are kind of most grounded people, they're not extremely online. Like they go on there, they do what they need to do, and they're not on it all the time. And those are the people I want to be more like, and those are the people I want to listen to. So, okay. So, what did you learn this week?
Well, I guess I feel like just thinking about this, what kept coming to mind was really just learning again that, AI is not always the smartest thing in the room. So just I'm going through the process of unwinding some things that I had done technically, and even like I had shifted over to Claude, and I love Claude. Claude's fabulous, but realized going through some of this that it was taking me through this circuitous sort of
Yes.
spiral of doing things, and caught it quickly because I'm now on guard for that stuff with the AI. But it's like, yeah, it's just remember that AI is not always, it does not always have the answer that you're looking for. It's just finding the next word and taking you on the journey with it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like that is such an important thing to learn, and it's a lesson that I've had to learn over and over. Like, like the perception of big tech. Having worked at Google, like people think, oh, it's brilliant, it's so efficient. Like I am not exaggerating. There are huge swaths that are doing nothing, right? Like it's like the scenic route because they literally don't know that there's so much of a quicker, easier way to do it. If you look up in the Bible, you read about the Tower of Babel, and that's the thing with the AI. So they're going to accomplish their mission in whatever way they can. So if you don't give it good directions, it can go on a really circuitous route and use up a lot of unnecessary resources and tokens and all the things. So it's really about who is the person operating it. And yeah,
Yeah. So, what did you learn this week? What's your learning?
there have been a lot of things. I've been working on a lot of AEO stuff. But apart from, little tips and tricks, there's a thinker's name is Michael Singer. He's a writer. He started as an engineer, business person, spiritual leader, just a brilliant person. And I listen to his podcast and it really helps me. But he always is focusing on ego and kind of, human beings, our nature is to try to manipulate everything into being the way we want it to be. And if you want to kind of evolve, you have to kind of get to a point where you can accept things are not what you want them to be and say, and I can handle it. Like this is his catchphrase, I can handle it. Anyway, I recommend it. I love listening to him. I feel like he's berating me into a higher form of consciousness, which I kind of enjoy. He just always sounds so irritated with people, and I can relate to that. I can relate to that a lot. So yeah, Michael
Cool.
Singer podcast. Yeah. Yep.
All right. Well,
Well,
technical difficulties be damned. We got it done. We'll be back next week for episode 40.
push it along, baby. Love it.
All right.
Okay.